Okay, wasn't that awesome stuff, guys? I mean, define awesomeness. I mean, you just saw what that could look like in the AEC space. So we saw some of the hardcore engineering stuff, the hardcore, setting up plans, building smart cities, all of that stuff. Let's mix this up a little, right? Let's get some of those sexy M&E guys up on stage. And I want to introduce this client that we've been working with for some time, Discreet Arts out of Hyderabad. So just to give you a short introduction of the work that they have done, here's Discreet.
I can talk to you.
What will you do?
Whisper, whisper.
Just get you back to the road and to that zoo of yours. Once you're there, I can go back to having fun like I was trying to do. Deal?
Fine.
Everyone knows.
I'm melting. All of Oz will fear me once more. Who are you?
Anybody need to go to the bathroom first?
Lower.
Return my broom to me. I will have a lovely chicken soup. Hey! How many times do I have to say get him?
You call me Top Cat. Good morning, everybody.
What are you doing? Where is Top Cat?
The number one tip is the most tip-top. Top Cat.
Joker?
Adiós, Spiritu.
Es diferente.
Separen a la paciente. A los dos, amárrenlo a la silla. ¿Dónde está?
So to talk to you more about what of the magic that they create at Discreet, some world-class animation work being done out of India now, and I'll get you up on stage, Vishal, now. Vishal needs no introduction. He's been one of the pioneers in the visual effects and animation space here in India. Our association with, his association with Dudeja goes back a long time. Now co-CEO at Discreet Arts.
Hi.
Pleasure to have you on stage. So Vishal and I are just going to, we're going to chat about some of the work that he's been doing. So just to kick things off, Vishal, I know you've done a bunch of things here, but your time at Discreet Arts, just to give us a sense of what you do at Discreet, what Discreet is about.
So we started a journey at Discreet about 4 years back, having spent almost like a decade in the animation and the visual effects industry. We thought that it's a challenge not only for India as a nation, which is famous for storytelling, but also to bring out the creativity and showcase our work and stories to the world. India has been, for long now working on outsourcing projects, more like a service industry. But we thought the larger picture, the bigger story is to tell our story, have our own Harry Potter coming out of India, and to show the world that India is just not a place for outsourcing, but it's a place where you can have design, where you can have storytelling, where you can have your own products going to the world stage and talking about the Indian stories to the world. So that's how the journey started, and we have grown from strength to strength. We have invested largely in our infrastructure, thanks to Autodesk being a core of our IT and technology base. We work globally. We work across platforms. We work across different broadcasters and geographies in the world. We are in the movie space. Top Cat, which is a Hanna-Barbera property, potentially being released by Warner Brothers early next year. We have Save Oz, which is our own intellectual property, co-developed with our partners, and several other productions. So our focus essentially has been not only as a service provider, just to work for outsourcing, but also to co-create, produce our own IP, intellectual property, which should take us to the next level and bring India as a leading content producer on the world stage.
And how did you pick that name, Discreet Arts? I mean, it's kind of unusual, right? You have a story there to tell us?
Yeah. There's a small story. My entire career has been with companies which have their name starting with D.
All right.
So I felt D is lucky. My wife's name is Deepa, so that's lucky as well. And so we thought we'll stick to the word D, and we were just looking for words which would stand us out. We thought Discreet is a good name. We also discovered that Autodesk earlier was known as Discreet.
Yeah, one of
so.
Okay, so
that's how Discreet is.
There's some good connection there.
Yes.
So let's get you back to some of the work that you've been doing. We're talking about a project of yours that you're doing now, pioneering work. This new movie called Anna, 3D stereoscopic.
Yes.
Pioneering stuff that you're doing in India. As you made that movie, tell us about some of the technical challenges. I mean, how was that, right? And what were the challenges that you had to deal with, and how did you solve some of those with our technology?
So Anna is in production for last 4 years, not with us, but with our partners outside of India. And they initially started on a Max project, Max platform, and then in between the project got stalled, and then our partner took us over, and then we were taken into confidence, and we saw the details of the project, and we thought, can we do this again? Can we recreate this property? Because it looks great, the designs are fantastic, it has a great potential to travel, it's a great story to talk about. So we then spoke with the team internally, and then we also touched base with your technical team, and then we migrated everything into Maya. Mm-hmm. We got into Maya, and then we started to rebuild the entire movie. And the other challenge was that part of the work was already done, finished, so we had to be re-imported into Maya, and then on top of that, it was a stereoscopic project. So it took us a lot of effort, a lot of developmental and R&D work, essentially on the Maya platform, but finally we have managed to deliver the project.
And in terms of your choice of picking Maya to do what you did, I mean, were there other things that you considered? Is there some, specifically why you made that choice?
I mean, two things. One, we had a great confidence in terms of the product it can deliver, the kind of complexity and the kind of work it needed. We were pretty sure right from day one what is that we're going to use and how we're going to recreate this whole thing again.
All right. Switching gears just a little bit, you're very passionate in terms of driving growth for the industry as a whole, not just your firm. And so, in your thoughts, what are the things that you think we should do as a country to promote an ecosystem that helps the visual effects, animation, M&E business, so to speak, to grow? I mean, how can we deliver great content out of India? What are the things that come to mind for you as you look at the future?
I mean, one thing for sure is that we need to nurture talent, and that's where I think Autodesk University has a big role to play. And we've had discussions with your team in India where we are trying to reach out to people, not only in the metros or tier 1 cities, we are also trying to reach out to people who are in tier 2 cities or even in the hinterlands. We are trying to promote a system where people need not travel all the way to the metros for work. They can, at their homes, start to work, collaborate, reach out to us, and we can find ways and means how we can work together. For us, creativity is not as a corporate thing. Creativity is an individual aspect. I think it's in the people sitting out here in this big hall. As we speak, we encourage people, individuals, if they have any great ideas to talk about, if they have a story to tell, they should not just kill the idea. We want them to have an incubation kind of structures where we can facilitate, we can help them bring about, at least deliver it to a level where it becomes a product which can be showcased, talked about, and made available to the audience to see. So that's one effort which we are doing, and the other thing which we are trying to do is we are trying to invest a lot in terms of IP creation, trying to develop properties which can sail across, and not only just for the Indian market, but for the global consumption. So that's another footprint which we want to do, and towards that we are trying to also engage ourselves with leading institutes who are providing training and development, and we are trying to retrain them with us in our facilities, and trying to bring them at par with what's happening in the world of animation, art, visual effects, and gaming.
All right, so what about in terms of, we have Ashish here in the audience from FICCI. I mean, what can industry bodies do? What can government do to help promote the growth of your industry? I mean, your thoughts on that?
I think one of the biggest challenges that India is facing today is in terms of, one is there is no incubation space. So if somebody wants to bring the idea up, they really are hard-pressed for resources, both in terms of time, money, effort, technology, hardware, software. Though it's entertainment, though it's animation, but believe me, it's more technology-driven than anything else. Technology is as important as creativity is, and without technology, I don't think we can even produce half of what we have just seen. So it is important for the government to understand that need to nurture talent, to bring that up, and also provide an ecosystem where the state governments or the central government bring a platform where you can promote individual talent, where you can help these people bring up to a level where they can just walk into a facility with the concept and story in mind, and you can finish your work, you can showcase your, demonstrate your stuff to people, and that helps it to take to the next level.
So almost like animation shops where you can walk in, do your
Absolutely.
stuff, and go without really making the investment in technology that might
Like the design team just talked about a few minutes back about, from a thought you can just say print and you have a model ready. I think we need to reach that stage where we have a similar mechanism where people can walk in, put in their concept, thoughts, and at least have the prototype ready to demonstrate.
That's probably great input as people like yourself, Ashish, help formulate AVGC policies for the sector. So these are some of the things that Vishal thinks can help kickstart the growth of the industry.
And the other important thing is that there are a lot of government bodies across the globe who promote the talent on the animation and the visual effects and the digital side of delivery, which is somewhere lacking in India. So that's where we think the government can be more active and start to promote Indian content, Indian IP coming from this part of the world.
And you're saying we have a great storytelling tradition. There's talent available not just in the big metros, but make it possible for us to harvest the talent that's available across the length and breadth of the country.
Yeah, I mean, India is known for storytelling, right? Days of Mahabharata.
Yeah, Pat would say that about my forecast, but
Yeah.
anyway, that's another story altogether. But yeah, sorry.
So India is known for storytelling, and it would be good if, even if we include another 10% of the people in the younger age groups who can think of a story idea which can travel across the globe, I think it would be great for the nation.
All right. Getting you back to Discreet, my last question. So what's the next big thing? I mean, what are you working on? What are you excited about doing in the near future? What's the next big thing for you?
Like I said, we are more focused on IP and IP creation. So we are working on few products, mostly in the movie space and on the television space, where we want to bring to India the kind of work which we have not seen happening locally. We are trying to bring the design element into India. We are trying to get the stories into India. We are trying to tell the Indian story the Western way. We are trying to work with partners based out of US and in the European Union, and also saying to them, look, we can do great designs, we can do beautiful designs. So we are trying to collaborate, bring that talent in. We are trying to get into a space where India has not really been, up to speed.
All right. So the holy grail still remains local IP, right? I mean, that's still, we can do the cost arbitrage, we can do the efficiency piece,
Yes.
but the real big deal is when you create IP out of India, and that still remains the
I think,
big
yes,
ticket.
the storytelling is important. IP is the best way forward, I think, to India to grow as a market and India to attract talent. I think storytelling is the key.
All right.
So that's
So
what
on that note, all more power to you, Vishal.
Thank
Look forward
you.
to continuing our association.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations, and thank you for sharing that
Thank
with us. Just, we'll do that short memento thing. If you could get the memento for Vishal here on stage, guys. Here we are. Just to switch this around a little. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's shorter. All right, here you go, Vishal. Thank you so much. A little bit. All right.